drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
Hello, welcome back and thanks for joining me in Lesson 5, Polite Words, on my series of Mandarin lesson. So finally, you have gone through all the basics of Chinese words like strokes, arrangement of Chinese components in a single Chinese character, the radicals, and pinyin, and also tones. So finally, you are ready to learn vocabulary. You are ready to start a list of vocabulary. I'm going to show you how you greet in Chinese, as well as writing, listening, and speaking. I have chosen polite words as a start because these are the most common words that you want to use, and it is good to be polite, so it will take you further in your language learning. So, of course, after you greet someone, you should expect people to greet the same way as you do. So I will also show you the answers to the greetings, so you know how to react to the other Mandarin speaking person. Okay, this is how I'm going to introduce each new character. I will show you the computer typing of this word, and then I will show you the English meaning here, and then I'll show the pinyin here. Under this general information, I'll write in radical arrangement so you understand how it is arranged. Okay, for each character, I will also handwritten on the screen how I write it. Okay, so you understand how each stroke is being written. So the first one is the famous ni hao. This is used whenever you see someone, like you want to say hello to people. You can say ni hao, whether it's in formal or informal situation. This is how it's written, and of course ni means you, and so this is the pinyin here. Radicals, this one, and for your information, this radical is usually used on human, so you will see more of this radical in the future. And the arrangement is horizontal, so it has two parts, one here and the other, and when it's combined, it becomes this word ni. So the strokes follow how I write. So first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven. So it has 7 strokes. So this is how you write the word ni. Okay? The next one is how. Okay? And how, as I said, it means good or well, depending on the context. And this is the pinyin, and the radical is this one. So if you remember, it is go, and the arrangement is horizontal. It is a combination of a go, and if you remember, this means son or boy. Let's take a look at how it's written. So first stroke, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay, it's a bit ugly, but it illustrates the point. So you have the word ni and hao. So when the two words are combined together, it is ni hao. So remember the rules of tones. There is an exception that when two third tones are placed together, the first one is pronounced as second tone. So this one, although it should be ni hao, in the end, when you're pronouncing it, it is ni hao. Okay, so now you know hello in Chinese, ni hao, in literal translation, it means you good. Okay, the next slide is hello everyone. It is used whenever you are talking to a group of people, talking to an audience, or a group of people in front of you, maybe a table of friends or a group of colleagues who are standing in one group. So you can use this one. It is 大家好. Okay, so the only two new words are these two, so I'm only gonna explain the two words here. So the first one is 大. Okay, the single meaning is big, but when it's combining with the next word, it means everyone. So just bear this for now. You will use more of these in the future, but for now, if it's in a single word, it means 大. Okay, you can imagine this word as one person spreading out the hands and legs, trying to illustrate to you that this thing is big. So this is how the word big comes from. And this is a pinyin. The radical is itself, arrangement simple, because it doesn't have the other component. The strokes are like this. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, as simple as that. The next word is 家. Okay, as a single word, it is house. We'll use more of this word later. And then this is the pinyin. And the radical is what is on top of it. So this radical is usually used when it's like you have a roof. This is quite a common radical, and you'll see more of it in the future. And the arrangement is vertical because you see you have a top radical here and the component at the bottom. So look at the strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is how you write the word 家. Okay, the next one. How are you? Is pronounced as 你好吗? Okay, the last word is the pinyin without tone. It is pronounced in a light, short, and soft way. Okay, so the new word is this one, 吗? Okay, this word is commonly used in yes or no question. Let's say people are asking you, are you a girl? It is very likely that you add this word at the back. Okay, so it's pronounced as ma. Okay, and the radical is this one here. This is actually a mouth. So in the future you will look at quite a lot of words with this radical, and it's usually related to the action of the mouth. Okay, so it's horizontal with this component and that component. And if you recognize and if you remember, this word is horse. Okay, so you might want to ask why mouth and a horse combined together is used in yes or no question. So the reason is, for this word, it just wants the pinyin ma here. Okay, it borrows the word of horse, ma, to make a word like this. So it has the pronunciation of ma. Okay, so look at the strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is one stroke. 6. Okay, and you might want to ask, this should be horizontal arrangement, but why it looks more like and closure, like this one is wrapping up the radical here. Okay, this is for aesthetic reason. You can see quite a lot of calligraphy that is written like this one. We are aware of the spatial arrangement when it comes to calligraphy. We arrange it such a way that it's compact. Okay, so this is what the handwritten ma would look like when it goes to calligraphy. Okay, but you can see when it's computer written, it is nicely arranged that there is one component here and the other component here in a horizontal manner. So now you know how are you in Chinese is 你好吗? And in literal translation is are you good? So that's how we ask how are you in Chinese. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, and this one is an answer to 你好吗? Okay, and one of the ways that you can answer is I'm fine, 我很好. Okay, in this case there are 3 pinyin with third tone, but we change the second pinyin to second tone, so it complies with the rule that we have for tones. Okay, so the 2 new words are here. Okay, 我. Okay, 我 here means I or me, because for Chinese, 我 doesn't change whenever it's the subject or the object. So this is the pinyin and this is the radical. The arrangement is simple because it's written continuously. So I'll show you how it's written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? The next one, 很. So 很 means very, and it's usually the connector between nouns and adjective. So 我很好 in literal translation is I very good, and you can see that we have omitted the verb to be, which is am in this case. So we don't say I am fine because we don't include verb to be when we are using an adjective for a noun. I will explain this in the future. For now, I'm just gonna explain what this means, what this word is. So this word means very, and this is the pinyin, and this is the radical, and it's quite a common one too, and it's horizontal. There's one here and the other one here, and take a look at how this is written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is 很. The next one, okay, it's I'm not okay. 我不好. 我不好. But usually we don't usually use this one because we hardly say we are not okay. If we want to indicate that, we would say, I'm okay. I'm not very good, but I'm okay. So the other one that you might want to use is 我还好. So there are only 2 new words here. One is this one, and the other one is this. So 不 means no or not. It is used for verbs and adjectives. This is the pinyin, and the radical is just one horizontal line. Arrangement is simple. And then these are the strokes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? The next one is high. The next one is high, which means still. When you say 我还好, a literal meaning, it means I'm still fine, like I'm not too bad or not too good. Okay? And the word 还好 can be used in a situation like people ask you, what do you think of the girl there? So you can say, it's not too good, not too bad. So you can say 还好. Okay, this is the other usage of the two words here. So the radical is this one here, and the arrangement is enclosure. So you can see this word, the word you just learned, is wrapped in this. Okay, so here's how we write this character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is the word hi. The next one, good morning. 早上好. This is commonly used in formal situation. In informal conversation, you might as well just use the first word 早. Okay? So there are two new words here. 早上. Okay? So 早 means early or morning, which means that when you are saying somebody is early, you can use this word here. And this is the pinyin, and the radical is what's on top, and its vertical is arranged in vertical fashion, which has the top component and the bottom component. So this is how I write this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is 早, morning or early. Okay, the next one is 上, which means up, but when we want to say good morning, 早上好, it has to be there. Okay, so this is 上. So you can see that it's like some pole, like indicating it's up. This is the radical, just one horizontal stroke and a simple component. This is how we write it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The next one is 早安. It's another way of saying good morning. Okay, and this is a new word which means safe. So you can think of it as we are wishing someone to have a safe and sound morning. Okay, so this is the pinyin, and here's the radical. The one you have seen before is used in house, 家. Okay, so you can imagine that it's like a roof that is keeping you safe and sound with a girl under it. So the arrangement is vertical with the radical and the word girl underneath. So this is how I write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? The next one. 下午好. So again, because there are two third tones together, we will make the first one to sound like second tone. Okay? 下 is down or under, Okay, so it's the opposite of up, shàng. Okay, so you can see this is like pointing downwards. And this is a radical, the arrangement simple. Here is how I write it. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and the next one, 5. Okay, it's related to the time of the day. I will explain it in the next slide, but for now I will put the meaning as what it is here. And this is the pinyin. The radical is this one. Simple arrangement. So strokes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next one, 午安. It has the same meaning as good afternoon, just like 早安 has the same meaning as 早上好, good morning. So here I'm gonna explain how to use the word 午. Okay. So morning in formal context, we use it as 上午. Okay. 早上 also means morning, but it can be used in formal and informal context. And noon, we call it 中午. And afternoon, we say 下午. So you can imagine that 午 is like to indicate, depending on the combination of the other character, it can mean morning, noon, or afternoon. Okay, so this one is a new word for you. So it means middle. This is a pinyin, 中, and this is a radical, just one vertical stroke. And the arrangement is simple. And here's how I write it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is 中. The next one is 晚上好, is good evening. Okay, so the new word is this one, which means night or late. So it's the opposite of 早, which is morning and early. Okay, this is the pinyin, and this is the radical here. It is horizontal with two components here and the other one. So this is how I write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Okay, this is the final slide, which means good night. It is 晚安. It is used just before you go to sleep. So it's different from good evening, which is to wish you to have a good evening. And this one is good night, and I hope you have a good night's sleep. Okay? There's no new word here, and this is the last slide I'm gonna show you. Okay? I think that's a lot for you for one single lesson. So I'll stop here, and next there will be more polite words in the next lesson. I'll see you there.